1 day pregnant today, and as I told you last time, I had my 16-week scan last Tuesday, and I have a lovely picture of my twinnies. There we go. So they're just like 2 beans in a can. They're really squished in, but they measure perfect for their dates, and they grew at the same rate, and they seem to be healthy so far, so that's absolutely fantastic. There is also no sign of twin-to-twin transfusion, which is what they're worried about when twins share a placenta, which mine do. But so far there's absolutely no signs. We're not completely out of the woods, but it's all really positive, so that's really fantastic. However, we have come across a wee complication. I don't really want to call it that, but it does make stuff more complicated, if that makes sense. There's 3 types of identical twins, and depending on when they split after fertilization, that determines what type they are. So either they completely split, the egg completely split, and it means they have 2 placentas and 2 sacs, and then if they split later, they have 1 placenta and a sac, but that sac is divided. And then there is 1% of twins that has just 1 placenta and 1 sac without a dividing membrane. And I was told at my 12-week scan that I had mono D twins, which means monochorionic, diamniotic twins, which means they have 1 placenta but 2 sacs. However, it seems to look very much like that they're monochorionic, monoamniotic, which means they are that really special, rare type of twin that completely share absolutely everything. That in itself isn't too big of a problem for most of the pregnancy. However, it greatly impacts my birthing options. Basically, it takes my birthing options away. These type of twins, they become very high risk at the end of the pregnancy because there's nothing dividing them and their umbilical cords. They potentially can strangle each other. So if twin 1's cord is wrapped around twin 2, that could be a problem. So the only option for these types of twins that is safe, in a sense, is a cesarean section at 34-35 weeks. And yeah, so from previous comments, you know that wasn't really what I wanted. And I'm going to be honest, I was very upset on Tuesday afternoon. I cried for most of the day. I find it really hard letting go of this dream and wish to birth them naturally. But I've been getting there. I've had a week to adjust. I'm coping okay. I still find it upsetting now and then. I find it very upsetting people tell me about their cesarean sections that went wrong, because it's really not what I want to hear at the moment. But so far so good. I still have loads and loads of options, so I'm just going to have to do a bit more research. I'm going to ask if they can use what's called a cord tie rather than a clamp to tie the cord after the section. I am still going to breastfeed, but that's going to mean pumping in the beginning and either tube feeding them or feeding them with a little cup. I really want to avoid the bottle because that's probably just going to confuse them, but I'm going to have to do more research, and the further on I'm in my pregnancy, the easier it'll get, and I'm going to meet the special care nurses and stuff like that, so I can ask all these questions. I will also still continue using cloth nappies. I know probably people think I'm crazy, but there's preemie cloth nappies out there, so why not? So that kind of gives me something to hold on to and look forward to and stuff like that. One of the really good things is that we'll have a date that we can prepare towards, which also means a lot less hassle with childcare for our older daughter. But yeah, so far so good. It's all been a bit of a whirlwind the last 5 weeks, but I think we're coping okay. I still look tiny apparently for someone being 17 weeks pregnant with twins, but I'll just give you a shot. is about the size of a 24-week belly I had with my first daughter, so I'm definitely bigger, faster this time round. But apparently most twin people are much bigger than me at this point. But to be honest, I don't really care, and I don't really mind avoiding stretch marks so far. So so far so good. Otherwise, I've had no symptoms. I've been feeling good. I only really get tired much when I go up the stairs carrying my daughter, but apart from that, I'm feeling fantastic. I weighed myself and still haven't gained any weight, but with all the stress, who's surprised? Yeah, I don't know what to say, what else to say. I have my next scan in a week on Tuesday, so I'll update you on that in about 2 weeks' time. And I will see you in a week.